Mare Moscoviense, Latin for Sea of Moscow, is a lunar sea that sits in the Moscoviense Basin. It is one of the very few maria on the far side of the Moon. This sea appears to be fairly thin and is nearly centered within a large impact basin. It is also much lower than either the outer basin floor or the far side highlands. Belyaev crater lies on the southwestern edge and is named after Pavel Ivanovich Belyaev, the first commander of the Cosmonaut Corps. This floor-fractured crater on the southeastern edge is named after Soviet cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov. Crater Titov is in the northeastern region of the Mare and named after the second person to orbit the Earth, German Titov. Tereshkova crater lies along the northern edge. It is named for cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova, the first woman in space. Tereshkova crater is 19.5 miles in diameter. The rim edge is worn, but only tiny craterlets pit the surface of the edge and the crater interior. Notice the cup-shaped crater on the southern rim of Tereshkova. The steep inner wall rises just over 10,000 feet from the floor to the rim. Now we fly to Titov crater. It has a diameter just over 18 miles and has a depth of 1.9 miles. Titov is a worn crater that is almost entirely surrounded by basaltic lava flows. The interior of this crater has been resurfaced by lava and has the same low albedo as the surrounding terrain. The craterlet along the edge to the northeast is 3.4 miles in diameter and has a depth of 2,770 feet. We now fly over to Komarov crater. Rugged and uneven, the crater floor has been resurfaced by lava flows that have completely submerged the western third of the interior. This surface is marked by a pattern of multiple rills that run primarily in a north-south direction, but are cracked like a drying mud bed. The dynamic texture of this crater is quite impressive. The northern rim of Komarov bulges outward into the Mare, giving the crater a pear shape. The regions around the northeastern and southern rims are rugged and uneven. We now zoom down towards the rills. The depth of the rill at the arrow point is 2,043 feet. The depth at this point is 2,795 feet. This is truly magnificent desolation. Along the interior of the eastern rim is a cleft-like formation that curves along the inner rim. The northwestern rim has an outer rampart where it slopes down to the plain of the neighboring Mare. Now we fly to Belyaev crater. It is a worn formation 31 miles in diameter with a small crater pair overlaying the southern rim and several smaller craters across the relatively irregular interior. This undesignated crater has a diameter of 4.3 miles and a depth of 3,000 feet. Panning towards the south, we see another undesignated crater on the rim of Belyaev, which has a diameter of 11.5 miles and a depth of 1.5 miles. Notice the interesting feature across the inner wall of this crater. This appears to be an ejector ray that has also left a chain of small impact craters.